Got thumbs up on everybody? Thank you. Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to our webinar. You're tuning into Community College Showcase, Hidden Gems. My name is Jennifer Manzanares. I'm one of the Futureology College and Career Counselors for the district. Thank you all for tuning in. I see some people still tuning in. We're going to give everyone about a minute or so to just kind of log in, get situated, grab a glass of water. If you want to take notes, feel free to do so. We have 7 different community college reps that you'll be hearing from tonight. So you all are in for a good hour of informational pieces from different community colleges. We'll get started shortly. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and get started now. So once again, you're tuning into Community College Showcase Hidden Gems webinar. My name is Jennifer. I'm a Futurology College and Career Counselor. Thank you for joining us. Now, many of you may be well aware of our program. We are a college and career counseling program for the district. There's 4 of us that serve all 6 high schools. We are credentialed school counselors. We are also readers, admissions readers for the UCs. So we're very well aware of what happens on the other side. We have one-on-one appointments, which we offer to all our students in both English and Spanish as needed. And we do, aside from webinars, we usually do live presentations. Hopefully we'll be able to do that soon again. In addition to all of this fun stuff, we do have a website with tons of resources and a webinar locker, along with a YouTube channel. So feel free to follow us on there. And we are currently online for a majority of our events due to the ongoing pandemic, but hopefully that will change soon. And our service topic areas include helping students identify their best fits, college search, application strategies when it comes to senior year, career exploration and planning, and also helping students understand how to pay for college. Now for our webinar tonight, just a quick tips. This webinar is being recorded. You all are on mute and your video is off, so we cannot see you unless you are a designated panelist. You will be able to submit questions in the Q&A little bubble at the bottom of your screen. I do ask that you kind of hold your questions to the end if possible, just so the reps have more time to address your questions, because we are going to be spending the first hour hearing from the different reps from all the schools, and then the last half hour dedicated solely to your questions. If at any time during the presentation you see a little link, that is indicating that there is something linked there for you. So you will be getting a follow-up email that will include the recording of this webinar, along with some goodies that will include resources from the different colleges. So for tonight, a brief overview, we're going to hear about the different colleges and all the great things they have to offer our students. I'll go over a little bit of upcoming events that our team will be providing for you all. Free, of course, we do everything for free. And I will also provide some information regarding resources, and then we'll head into our Q&A. Alrighty, so we have 7 different community college reps joining us. They will be presenting in this order. I did link their websites to their names here as well. So again, in the follow-up email, you can feel free to get direct access to them. So we're going to start off tonight by hearing from Priscilla from Cypress College.
All right. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. My name is Priscilla. I'm the Promise and Pledge Coordinator. So if you have any questions about our 2-year free tuition program, feel free to reach out to me through email. I'm happy to help you through or guide you through as you start at Cypress. I'm excited to be able to share some of the things that I like the most about Cypress. The first being our motto. So our motto is we take this journey together. From the moment of me talking to you up until when you transfer or graduate, everyone at Cypress really wants to emphasize that we're here to answer your questions or help guide you to where you need to go so that you feel supported. And then we are a medium-sized campus, so we have about 16,000 students, which is good if you like that smaller classroom size. That's something that's great about Cyprus. And a lot of our professors also teach at local universities and colleges around the area. So you get that same quality of education that you would at another place. We can go ahead and go to the next slide. I wanted to highlight some of our most popular programs on campus. It's our health science programs. These are all competitive programs that students apply to get into. That's our dental assisting, dental hygiene, diagnostic medical sonography. That's our ultrasound program, health information technology, psychiatric tech, radiology tech, and our nursing program. I do want to highlight our mortuary science program. That's the only bachelor program that we offer here at Cyprus. So we do offer a bachelor's as a community college, and that is our mortuary science. So instead of me going through some more slides so you can see what different majors we offer, I'm going to have our mascot, Charlie the Charger, kind of take you through campus, show you what major that he's exploring so you can see what you would do in class, and then we'll go from there. I think we might need to share sound for the video.
Can you hear the video?
Mm-mm.
Oh, no. Okay.
If you hit share screen, there might be a little button that says share sound, and then that should enable it.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Thank you, Priscilla.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's a list of all of our student services on campus. So those are free resources that we have for our students. I really like Charlie being able to show what it looked like on the opposite end of being a physical therapist. But we also, during this COVID time, have been doing construction updates. So if you're interested in seeing those, I'm happy to share that through email. We can go ahead and go to the next slide. Let's talk about our Promise program. So the Charge Experience program is a free tuition for fall and spring terms for any first-time college students. You'll also receive party registration. You have a designated counselor team that is available for appointments throughout the whole year. And then you also get matched as a mentor where you'll get matched with a mentor where it'll be a current student that can kind of show you the tips and tricks that they've learned at Cypress College. Our last slide is going to talk about the next steps. So if you're like, this is great, sign me up. The first thing you're going to have to do is apply to Cypress College and make sure you apply to FAFSA and then attend a Charger Friday. So I'm going to go ahead and put some links in the chat for you. That's our health science program if you're interested, our other majors at Cypress. And then the application process for Cypress College, our 2-year free tuition website where you can sign up for a Charger Friday and commit to Cypress and learn more about the free tuition program. Other than that, I'll be here at the end of the event to answer any questions you have, but we hope to see you soon. One Cypress.
Great. Thank you, Priscilla. Next up, we're going to hear from Ben, who is representing Golden West College.
Hi, everyone. I do want to apologize. I was trying to be quick and load my comments into the chat. So I do apologize, Priscilla. Didn't want to step on your toes there. So hi, everyone. My name is Ben Olagi. I'm here from Golden West College. We are part of the Coast Community College District, which is home to Golden West, Coastline Community College, and our sister school, OCC. So what we want to do is talk a little bit about what it is that makes GWC unique. I do.
Oh, sorry, Ben, you're on mute.
And that's all I have to say about that. No, you would think a year into Zoom, we'd be a little more prepared. Anyhow, my name is Ben Oleg. I'm here from Golden West College, again with the Coast Community College District, telling you a little bit about what makes GWC special. I've put some information into the chat. I think I apologized earlier to Priscilla for stepping on your toes with it. Just some helpful links and information that you can keep as we move along. But when we talk about Golden West, what really makes us unique and makes us stand out is the truth is we don't really do a whole lot that all of the other community colleges in the state of California don't do. All community colleges really do 3 major things, and that is offer associate's degrees, career education certificates, job training, and offer students an opportunity and pathway to transfer to major universities. When it comes to associate's degrees, GWC in 2018 we were recognized as the #1 community college in the state of California. Of all 115 community colleges, GWC awarded the most associate's degrees that year. Not bad for a mid-sized community college. Also with our career education program, with the emergence of strong workforce support and financing, it's been allowed our growing partnerships for career education to continue blossoming. This includes some of our flagship programs. At GWC, we're very well known for, one, our automotive technology program, which houses a partnership with Honda Motors and a couple of sub partnerships as well with that. Honda Motors, when you go through the automotive program at GWC, you actually graduate as a Honda certified technician, which again enables you to make more money up front when you're going into that profession. We're also known for our cosmetology program. Currently, we are on major hiatus due to COVID response with our cosmetology, but some of our classes are still allowed to meet up in person. So luckily, we've been very careful, following protocol, and been able to really continue that with our students. Also, GWC, we're very well known for our computer science and digital arts programs. This houses, again, as our computer science, our anything that has to do with video design, video editing, video production, computer science, which includes video game programming and video game design. When we look at it, we're also well known for our nursing program. GWC offers one of the premier nursing programs in Southern California, rivaling some of our local university programs as well. Keep in mind that when it comes to some of the certifications that you can earn at a community college, any of our campuses, those items will enable you to work in that field. You don't necessarily have to have a bachelor's degree. Make sure you're taking a look at what profession you're looking to go into so you know which ones you can actually get into the field directly from a community college and save a lot of money up front. As far as our final major certificate program, GWC boasts one of the more well-known police academies in Orange County. So with that, we have a brand new facility that opened up about 3 years ago. For the first 2 years after it opened, it was recognized as the #1 facility in California. Of course, since then, more things have opened up, and with COVID, some things have closed down. So again, we're still very proud of our facility and what it has to offer. Our transfer options, we do offer, again, just the same as all community colleges, our TAG, the Transfer Admission Guarantee, with the University of California systems, the Associate's Degree for Transfer to the CSUs, as well as different partnerships with private universities and colleges. Next slide, please. When it comes to what is offered and how can we support students at Golden West, the career education, as I mentioned again, offers the different certificates and associate's degrees, transfer opportunities, and so forth, hands-on training, flexible schedules, all of these items. If you're interested in doing something when it comes to career education and earning a certificate to go straight into the workforce, I do recommend that you stay in contact with the individual on the screen there, who is Diana Rochat. She is my counterpart. She's actually at a different event tonight, but again, she's very quick to respond. Any questions you might have about some of the programs, and again, if you click along the links that I posted, any of those programs, you can follow up with her to get more information. Now, what really stands out, and I like to, on the next slide, and refer to as the golden touch, is what GWC has to offer. We do want to make sure that we are offering students any premier support that we can. So with that, we have a brand new Academic Success Center, which is in our LRC, the Learning Resource Center, centers within resource centers. It's what we do. They coordinate all of our free tutoring programs, as well as group tutoring, individual tutoring. At GWC, we offer tutoring and support for any class that we offer. So again, if you're taking a music class, taking a piano class, we will offer free tutoring for that item. The STEM Center is actually housed within our brand new Math and Science Center. The Math and Science Center at Golden West College actually has the largest academic footprint of any community college building in the state of California. It's still one of the newest, so we still can kind of hold that title for the time being. We'll hold on to that for a while. As far as academic support, we also have from our STEM Center the calculator loan program. So again, we understand that some of these TI 95 calculators, anything you might need for class, do come at a hefty price for one class that you might need it for. So why not get that on loan free from the institution? We have a Chromebook loan program as well, free of charge to all students. Our Puente program and Umoja Learning Community are both premier systems and learning communities that support our students. When it comes to student support, EOPS, CARE, Guardian Scholars are some of our flagship support programs offered at most community colleges. However, what most community colleges don't have when it comes to those programs is our staffing. Giant hearts for phenomenal professionals, and that's really what makes our program stand out. The Veterans Resource Center for any student who is they themselves are a veteran of the military or a family member of a veteran. We also offer our Golden Promise for any student who's looking to go in. The Golden Promise is our campus-based promise program for financial assistance. I'll go into that in just a minute. We offer various scholarships for all different aspects of need, campus life, and student government for any student who wants to be involved. The Rack and the Stand are our partnership distributions for not only food. So once a week, our campus actually gives out free food distribution on every Tuesday between 11 and 2. Our campus, even during the pandemic, is out distributing free food from Second Harvest for any students that demonstrate need. The Professional Closet, the Rack, once we're open again, we have donated professional clothing for any student who wants to dress up or have a new outfit for an interview or anything along those lines. Also, we are one of 3 campuses in Orange County that has a partnership with the OCTA bus line. GWC, any student who's enrolled, whether it's credit or non-credit through GWC, has a partnership OCTA bus pass for all 53 lines within OCTA. And finally, in our last screen, as I mentioned, our Golden Promise program. For all of our campuses have some sort of program that resembles this. Ours offers, again, to my knowledge, the most robust offering, which is not only your tuition of any courses that you're enrolled in, plus we give you a $400 book voucher per semester, so $800 annually. Student fees are covered, which includes your student health fee during the pandemic, student health coverage. Definitely something you should look into. as well as once we return to campus, you'll get a free parking permit as well. For students who are interested, all you need to do is be a first-time college student, California resident, full-time enrollment, and have a completed FAFSA or California Dream application on file. Again, all the information that I wanted to share is there in the chat box, including one of the last items I posted is this past weekend, we hosted a major event, a virtual open house, if you will, which was hosted as our Explore GWC event. We saw roughly 400 people attend that event. They're all 50 plus sessions that were presented, everything from support services through academic departments, meet your professor, everything along those lines. 50 plus video presentations were recorded. All that is still available. Simply go to goldenwestcollege.edu/explore to register and gain access. Thank you so much for your time. I'll be here at the end for any questions.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ben. Alrighty, now we're going to go ahead and hear from Anne, who will be representing IVC.
Wonderful. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, great. Let's see. Now I gave you permission. Can you see the video? Maybe you might have to go to the YouTube version.
Okay, no worries. I will scroll into
So while
the chat.
While you're doing that, everybody, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Ann Akers. I've worked at IVC almost 20 years, and I've been in outreach for 15 years. I absolutely love it. And if I get too excited, I've been told that I can talk with a really loud teacher's voice. So I hope I do not blow out your eardrums. And here's a video about IVC. Here we go.
A lot of students dream of graduating from a UC or a top private school, or they want to get on the fast track to a great job. Whatever you choose, your future starts at Irvine Valley College.
All the props go out to IVC. I mean, they have so many resources for new students.
The professors, they're willing to talk to the students, to help you grow as a person.
The academics at Irvine Valley College are amazing.
IVC is the #1 transfer rate community college in California, and a lot of people here get to go to the places that they've always dreamt of.
And that includes the #1 in transfers to the UC.
Sorry, I'm just pausing. Someone said they cannot see the video. Can everyone else see the video?
I can hear the audio, but I can't see the video.
Okay. Let me start it again. Sorry, nobody told me.
The audio
right
sounded
now.
really good. Maybe start it over. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, it should be good now.
Awesome. Thank you.
A lot of students dream of graduating from a UC or a top private school, or they want to get on the fast track to a great job. Whatever you choose, your future starts at Irvine Valley College.
All the props go out to IVC. I mean, they have so many resources for new students.
The professors, they're willing to talk to the students, to help you grow as a person.
The academics at Irvine Valley College are amazing.
IVC is the #1 transfer rate community college in California, and a lot of people here get to go to the places that they've always dreamt of.
And that includes the #1 in transfers to the UC system in Orange County.
I see a lot of people take their schooling seriously, and it helps me implement it on my studying. I never really studied before that much, but now I'm seeing people studying the libraries, reading books at home. It's helping me become a better student.
IVC offers more than 160 degrees and certificates, including options for undecided transfer students. So whatever you're interested in, they have something for you.
Definitely here, I think I've been challenged academically. I feel I've hit a wide range of subjects, and I do feel prepared.
I love it. I wish I could just finish here, honestly.
Many students choose to start at a community college because it's such a good value compared to other schools. IVC classes are just $46 per unit, which means you can save thousands if you go to IVC for your general education classes before transferring. And get this, more than $19 million of financial aid is available to IVC students. And programs like Irvine Valley Promise give many students free tuition.
It really saved me and my family a lot of money, and it helped me to make the decision to come here.
We all know that the college experience is more than just classes. Along with learning from renowned instructors, you'll have the opportunity to participate in clubs, special events, athletics, our famous honors program, and more. With IVC, you can turn your dreams into reality. Begin with the best by beginning with Irvine Valley College, where all are welcome.
Thanks, IVC!
Apply today at ivc.edu.
Awesome. Great. So the video kind of caught up with the sound at the end there. So thank you so much for playing that. And once again, my name is Ann Akers. I'm from Irvine Valley College. And I'm going to wait for the slideshow to pop back up.
Okay. Should be.
Thank you, Jen.
No problem.
Wonderful. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Okay, so Irvine Valley College, I don't know if you all know where Irvine Valley College is. If you've been to the Irvine Spectrum, you've been extremely close to Irvine Valley College. We're right in between Jeffrey and the 405 on each side. So we're smack dab in the middle. Irvine Valley College, we were created in 1985. Our sister school is Saddleback, and we're a mid-size community college. We have a private university feel, and we have over 160 degrees and certificates, and we have about 15,000 students attending IVC. Now, I have this slide up here because, you know, I think it's really important for you to all know that community colleges as a whole, we all transfer. I'm a huge fan of the community college system and every single community college that's here. As a matter of fact, I myself attended a community college. I transferred to a prestigious 4-year private out-of-state university, and then I went on for my graduate degree. So you may hear some people say like, oh, not sure about the community college. There may be, some folks that maybe think, is it really true? Can my son or child, not attend community college and perhaps have tuition for free for 2 years, transfer to that prestigious school? You saw in the video, the gal wearing the Cornell sweatshirt. Yes, they can. So Irvine Valley College, we're very well known, even though we also have certificates, we're very well known for our transfer rate. The state chancellor's office in Sacramento does a study amongst all 160 community colleges. We're proud to say that we're #1 in the transfer rate, which means there's a lot of things that go along with that. Support, a lot of direction. So if you have a child that perhaps doesn't want to go to a 4-year college right away, would like to stay at home, they can attend a school like IVC that's very academic. We have a lot of students that got into UC, got into Cal State, got into a private school, and they decide to go to IVC. Or if you have a student that perhaps was kind of like me, I was not very academic in school. I was very, very social. My dad said, if you can just get a job where you're paid to talk. Well, Dad, I did it and I love it. And I had a 2.79 when I graduated because obviously I was into sports and I was, once again, social. So I went to my community college, and as I mentioned, I went on to my dream school. So we've got quite a few students that even if they're further away, they choose to come to IVC because of the atmosphere, and they're also mixing with a lot of those kids, the students, that can get in directly to the 4-year college. So it's very, very strong. Next slide. Okay, so I already mentioned that we do have career education. We have over 70 certificates, and I'm just going to mention a few that are really popular. If you have any students, that like to watch Law and Order, are very interested in the legal field, we have an extremely popular paralegal degree. I actually have a dear friend of mine for 30 years. She makes close to $100,000. She does very well, and she has a paralegal degree. We have a program at IVC. It's ABA certified, and that can be completed in as little as 4 semesters. And that program is also in the evening. So if any of the students would like to perhaps pick up a job during the day. We also have a very strong technical theater program that a lot of Disneyland, well, they used to, but Disneyland would hire a lot of our students that with sound, the behind the scenes. So not only do we have the $40 million Performing Arts Center, but we have, you know, the technical theater, the background, the stages, if folks like to use their hand. We have design, model making, and rapid prototyping. So if anybody is interested in drafting, but they're also artistic and they like computers, design, model making, and rapid prototyping is something for them. Dance. We have an associate's degree as well as a certificate in dance. And once again, we have Disneyland hiring a lot of our students that are in the dance program. So let's go to the next slide. Okay, what are 2 things that are really important if you have a senior in your household? You may have heard people say, you know, that maybe they're you know, oh, you know, classes are going to be impacted, or you can't get classes at the community college. They're all full. Well, that is not the case. If you are a high school senior, we have something called a Freshman Advantage program. Once a student completes matriculation by the deadline of April 16th, 2021, they will be able to register before about 10 to 11,000 continuing students. And this is huge. So this means that they're going to be able to get the classes that they need. They're going to have that advantage, and they're going to be able to transfer in a timely manner like all students would like to do for their 4-year degree. And also, as a couple of the other speakers mentioned, we have something called the Irvine Valley Promise. And that means if you are a first-time college student, never attended college before, a high school senior, there are no income limits to the Irvine Valley Promise. So I had a parent that said, oh, you know, we're not going to qualify for financial aid. We already did the FAFSA. You know, we don't get anything, so we're not going to qualify for this. That's not the case. For Irvine Valley College, there are no income limits. So your student, as long as they complete matriculation and as long as they complete a FAFSA by April 16th, they will be eligible for this program. Tuition will be covered for 2 years in addition to a bookstore voucher. They're going to have a specialized counselor and many more advantages there. I think this might be my last slide. I believe. Yes. So I just want to let you know, I will put my name in the chat. And once again, it's Ann Akers. If you have any questions at all, I'll put my email, I'll put my phone number. Please contact me. I almost didn't know how to do this presentation because I could talk for the next 5 hours about IVC. There's a lot of things that you can learn about. And lastly, we have a brand new virtual campus tour. So if you go to our website at ivc.edu, go to the search bar and type in campus tour. It's by UVisit, and you can see our campus in the comfort of your home. Thank you so much. And I'm going to turn it over to one of my favorite people. I think, is it Ed? Are you there tonight?
I am. Thanks, Ann.
Yay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much once again for having us and hearing all about our campuses. My name is Ed Cervantes. I'm the outreach specialist at OCC. And with us today as well from Orange Coast College, we have Georgina Yuan. She's the outreach specialist, but with the Science, Technology, Engineering, Math, and Medicine, or STEM program. And I'll let her talk about that program in a few minutes. But I just want to tell you a little bit more about Orange Coast College. Hopefully you're aware that we're located in the city of Costa Mesa. So if you take the 55 freeway right before it ends and you get off Fair, we're located right next to the Orange County Fairgrounds, about 5 miles from Newport Beach, and you'll find Orange Coast College. We're one of the larger community colleges. So with us today, we have Saddleback, Santa Ana, and us. Out of the 9 community colleges in Orange County, we're one of the larger ones that are in Orange County. That means we have over 20,000 students who attend our campuses, okay? And because we're that large, it has more of a university feel to our campuses. And because we're that large, at Orange Coast College, we offer over 285 different degrees and certificates that we offer. 100 plus of those are just in our career technical area. And I'll show you a little bit later what some of those programs might be. But we all, like Ann mentioned, and everyone's been mentioning, we all transfer students. That's a majority of our students come to our community colleges because they want to transfer. We do transfer a lot of students. We're in the top 10 in the whole state out of 116 community colleges to transfer students to the Cal States and the UCs combined, okay? So within Orange County as well, not too many campuses have on-campus housing. We're the only community college in Orange County and probably one of two in Southern California where our students really get that university experience and they get to live on our campus. And that's called the Harbor at OCC. We also offer financial aid to our students. A lot of scholarships are offered to our students as well. And we do have what we call free tuition. Ours is called the Pirates Promise. As you can tell with all the Pirates theme, our mascot is a pirate at Orange Coast. So ours is called the Pirates Promise. And just like our sister school, Golden West and Coastline, we offer free tuition, including $400 book vouchers each semester. And we do also waive those fees for the health and the service fees, okay? Now our student life, because we're a large campus, is pretty vibrant. Even right now during COVID, they're still meeting. There's still a lot of clubs that are very active. We have 60 to 80 clubs that our students can join, including student government as well. Now, we do offer an honors program as well. So a lot of students do take advantage of that, especially if they want to go into UCLA and UC Irvine. And usually we have about a 90% or 91% acceptance rate into UCLA and UC Irvine for those students going through our honors program. And we have the most honor societies in Orange County out of the 9 community colleges, with 16 honor societies that our students can join. We also have an athletics program at our campus. We have a lot of programs that compete against all 116 community colleges. If they have an athletics program, then they'll be able to compete in various areas. We also offer study abroad. Unfortunately, study abroad for this summer is not going to be happening due to COVID, but we hope to have it back for 2022. So our students can go and study abroad. And although we're a large campus, you still get the small class size, about 30 students per class. And that's about average for most community colleges. And with COVID as well, if we offer hybrid classes, they'll actually be smaller than 30 students in the classroom. Okay, next slide, please. So with Orange Coast College, we've been established since 1947. And we started having classes at our campus in 1948. So we were an older campus. And because of that, our community and our board and our campus was able to bring on 4 new buildings that are waiting for you, high school seniors, because we've just completed these and no students have really used these because of COVID. But we hope our students are able to now come onto campus for the fall semester and spring, at least in a hybrid model, and take advantage of our new college center. And our college center offers our award-winning national culinary program. So one of the major programs at our campus is culinary arts, and we do win the national championships most of the time, or at least we're in the top 2 of the national championships for culinary arts. But besides that, we do have hospitality in this college center as well. To go with that as well, we built a brand new aquatic and athletics pavilion. So you can see some of the pictures there. Within the culinary arts, we do have a captain's table restaurant. So basically our students get hands-on right away and they get to basically run a restaurant on campus called the Captain's Table. But we also have the student union, which is brand new. That's where my office will be located in the first floor. As soon as you walk in the doors, you'll see the outreach office. But that's also where our student life, student leadership, student clubs will be joining. We do have brand new billiards tables there. and other e-gaming areas for our students to be able to do either one of those and just hang out with their friends. And like I mentioned, the last building that is complete is the harbor. Students have been living there since September, and our students can live on campus. Next slide, please. So these are just a few of the programs I mentioned. We have over 285 different degrees and certificates. I wasn't going to list all of them, but I was going to show you some of the unique ones. One of the unique ones is architecture. With architecture, they do all sorts of sustainability, including building tiny homes with part of the program. Aviation, students can fly airplanes out of John Wayne Airport. That's where we have our airplanes. We have flight simulators on our campus, and we do have a partnership with a university where students can receive a bachelor's degree with us with aviation science, biology, business, construction, culinary, digital media arts, AR, VR, commercial art. Those all are part of our campus. We also have early childhood. Film and television is one of the most popular programs at our campus, and we do have the same equipment, if not some of the better equipment that Chapman and some of the other universities have for film and television. Our journalism program, fashion design, interior design, marine sciences. And because I want to leave some more time to have Georgina talk about a minute or two about our STEM program, I'm going to go ahead and have her tell you a little bit more about STEM.
Hi, everybody. My name is Georgina Yuen, and I am a proud representative of OCC's Math and Science Division here. I just want to let you know a little bit about Math and Sciences. So one thing we pride ourselves is bringing community into community college. And what we do is provide you with students with resources, research opportunities, and hands-on programming. One of them is our Ecology of the Gray Whale course, which I love to let all of our students know about. You literally get to go to Baja California and actually study the migration of the whales. And that's just one of our courses. We do have great astronomy courses as well, where our students actually get to go to our planetarium and they get to study different materials from the space, and it's amazing. And in addition, we also have a really strong engineering program where we're actually proud to say that we have connected ourselves with NASA, and we have students who have paid internships to go ahead and attend NASA. In addition to that, because there's so much more, like I say, we have resources. So we have an astronomy house where our students can go ahead and receive assistance. We have a STEM center where they can receive assistance with counseling, textbook loans, tutoring, you name it. We probably have it for our students. And then we also have one of our only student-run aquariums. So if you're actually interested in marine sciences, Orange Coast College is the place to go. I can definitely tell you that. And I will definitely put you down in one of the one-on-one sessions with our outreach specialist, which is me, and we can help you out with registration. We can help you out with resources and then some. So you know what, like I always say, it's cooler at the coast. So I'll bring it back to you, Ed, but I really hope to see some of your faces on campus.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Georgina, for bringing that to our attention and how our students do get involved really with our faculty. And it's not only being taught in the classroom, but outside of the classroom as well. Can we go to the last slide, please? So if you're interested in becoming an OCC pirate, you do have to apply just like you would at any other community college. Once you apply to OCC, you can complete an online orientation. You can then speak with the counselor and create a student education plan. And if you do that early enough, you get to register in mid-June. Okay, that's when our early registration for graduating high school seniors will occur in mid-June. But if you miss your priority registration date, that's okay. You'll be able to register anytime thereafter, all the way up until August when classes start. You can see on the screen, there's my contact information. Please make sure you reach out to us with any of the questions that you might have about Orange Coast College. And we can definitely also share with you, once you apply, you'll get an email with an event that we also host at OCC called Discover Orange Coast College or Discover OCC. You'll have access to that so that you can see all the different faculty from different areas. They have videos, recordings that you can see about, and they're telling you all about their program as well as other services we offer. So with that being said, that's my time. Thank you so much. And we hope to connect with you later.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ed. Thank you for sharing. And thank you as well to Georgina. So now we're going to go ahead and hear from Rania representing Saddleback.
Okay, hi everybody. My name is Rania Mesri, and I am the outreach specialist at Saddleback College. Just here to share with you some kind of exciting programs that we have at Saddleback College, in addition to maybe some opportunities for learning that you didn't know of. So Saddleback College is located in Mission Viejo. So with Capital Unified School District, I work really closely with the high schools and actually some of the middle schools as well. So we are considered your local community college. So we offer over 270 associate's degrees, certificates, and then occupational skills awards in 190 program areas. By the time that these are printed out, it's usually out of date and more is added. So I have a couple really amazing ones that I'll highlight for you, but I will also share with you a website so you can kind of see more for yourself. At Saddleback College, we have study abroad, which hopefully once COVID is over, we can continue that again. We've had some great opportunities to England, to Brazil, to Spain, so many other places. Cooperative work experience where students are able to intern in their major of study that they're in. Excuse me. We have online learning, and then of course we have an honors program that so many other schools have as well. That's fantastic and is really beneficial to your student. Next slide, please. So this is a whole screen on transfer. All these amazing schools as well talked about their transfer opportunities, but just so you can see basically the facts and kind of figures of where Saddleback College ranks, and then where Saddleback College students attend. If you go on our Transfer Center's website, you'll really get a wonderful breakdown between the different opportunities that students have, like guaranteed admission. All the community colleges have the transfer admission guarantee, the degree or the degree with a guarantee to the CSUs. And then you can kind of get an idea of what are the different majors for, let's say, for the transfer admission guarantee. What majors are required in that? What are some that are excluded? We also have some really great kind of facts on there. So from 2018, we list where students went to USC, UCI, and then Cal State Fullerton, and then how much money that they would save. So in 2018, 75 students transferred to USC, and those 75 students saved over $109,000 by going to Saddleback College first. And then on the flip side, we had 512 students go to Cal State Fullerton, and for 2 years at Saddleback College and then 2 years at Cal State Fullerton, they then saved over $11,000. So really just showing you that benefit for your incoming freshmen at Saddleback College, how much money that they would save, and then these opportunities for their dream school. So you can see then with the guaranteed admission opportunities, and then there's these phenomenal opportunities within the honors program. And since now we are currently working all remotely, there's some really great opportunities now for your students if they are interested kind of in learning more. So one thing that students can do, you don't have to be a Saddleback College student, but if your student is interested in the honors program, let's say they have UCLA on their horizon, or maybe a private school or an out-of-state school that the honors program has agreements with, then there are Zooms every week that they can get on and then work one-on-one with an honors counselor, which is really great. And that's not limited to a Saddleback College student. So here you can see again kind of where Saddleback College ranks in the transfers to the UCs and then the Cal States, and then where we rank out of the 9 community colleges in Orange County, where we're first in transfers to with the UCs, the Cal States, then the privates, and then where we are ranked second as well. Next slide, please. So here's kind of some opportunities for learning that Saddleback College has to offer. And I would say these 3 kind of topics Seems so simple, but really they're the three that I talk about all the time with the high school students because they're so important and sometimes students just aren't aware. So one thing that I kind of feel like I'm this Saddleback College cheerleader for is concurrent enrollment. I will say it nonstop every time I talk to high school students is that concurrent enrollment is when students can take college courses while they're still in high school and receive college credit for successfully completed college work. And because you are our local school district, a lot of times we offer Saddleback College classes at your high school. So if your student is starting to think of maybe building up those units, starting that college transcript early, this is the time. Freshman year through senior year, it is free. At Saddleback College, we say that you can take 11 units a semester. Traditional class is about 3 units, and that you can take everything but PE. So the academic advisors are so very well versed in Saddleback College and the classes that we have that I would say you would make an appointment with them. Or we also have Saddleback College counselors embedded at your high schools. So you can also make an appointment with the counselor and then figure out what classes that you would like to take. The second graduation hits, that's when you're no longer a first-time student. So you really want to take advantage of this concurrent enrollment. The second thing, like all the other amazing community colleges that just spoke before me talked about, is the Promise program. So our version of the Promise program is that we pay for 2 years of college for eligible students. Eligible students means you have to be a California resident, you have to apply to Saddleback College, you have to be a first-time student. That's where that graduation date is super important. And then we pay for your book costs, your health fees, and your ASB stamp. So fantastic way to get 2 years of free college, kind of tuck that money away, and then can be used to that dream school if you plan on transferring. And then lastly, Freshman Advantage. Freshman Advantage, again, like the other school said, it's kind of like that early start program. You apply early. A lot of times students apply with me directly, and then they complete something called the matriculation. It's just 3 steps that we have on our online web portal called My Site, and that secures your fall registration date. It is hard to get those classes come fall, so securing this date kind of gives you an advantage to apply the first week of May, which is where kind of that's before a lot of the other students. And Saddleback College is a big school. We have about 42,000 students that are part-time, full-time, and online. So securing something like this fall registration date is really beneficial. Next slide, please. So I wanted to highlight kind of 2 programs that we have for you. We have a lot of these certificate programs they're called career education programs. And we have this website that basically shows you all the programs that we have, how much money you would make, who's hiring, and then what are your potential careers? Because that's really the whole point. So with our career education program, these are really designed to lead directly to employment with the least amount of debt. I can speak from personal experience. I used to work at a career college, so I see the debt on that side, and then I see how we have all these certificate programs at all of the community colleges. So the first one I wanted to show you is our nursing, or I'm sorry, not nursing. Nursing's in my head, but this would be our cosmetology program. Our cosmetology program is ranked number 14 in the nation, provides hands-on training, and it prepares students for the California board for the licensing exam. So cosmetology is very unique because it's not offered at Saddleback College. It's offered at 3 beauty schools in Orange County. And then you can see the potential salaries, the potential careers by earning that cosmetology certificate, and then the hiring companies. And then lastly, I wanted to mention nursing, which I never do because nursing is so popular at Saddleback College, but it's something that's still necessary to highlight. So Saddleback College RN students, 90% of them secure a job within 6 months of graduating from Saddleback College. You can see the potential salaries, the careers, and who's hiring. And what's really exciting about the nursing program kind of goes hand in hand with concurrent enrollment. There is an online class that nursing students can do. The nursing program is kind of based on a point system. And by taking this online class, you can take it as a high school student. It will be on your transcript and it will kind of contribute toward getting into the nursing program. I hope I'm not over. I don't want to take up anybody's time, but a lot of the materials that you'll be getting really will kind of go into detail about the Promise program and Freshman Advantage, and as well as my contact information. So any questions, I can't wait to speak with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rania. Now we're going to go ahead and hear from Leo representing Santa Ana College. And yes, all of the representatives' emails will be on the very last slide of our presentation. And as I mentioned before, you will be getting this email to you all as well, okay?
Hello, everybody. My name is Leo Pastrana. I'm the Santa Ana College University Transfer Center Counselor Coordinator. Thank you for having me tonight. I'm going to be highlighting some of the programs that we offer at Santa Ana College, but also specifically my expertise or my cup of tea lies within transfer and the transfer programs that are unique to Santa Ana College. Next slide. So like our other Region 8 or OC community college schools, we offer certificates, we offer AA degrees, we offer transfer options to the Cal State, to the UC, to private and out-of-state schools. At Santa Ana College, we were one of the pilot schools or pilot colleges to work within the framework of guided pathways. At Santa Ana College, we call it the career and academic pathways, and we currently have 8 of those pathways. So that's where those 254 academic programs live and reside. In addition to those academic programs, we have about 30 associate degree for transfer options. The associate degree for transfer, or ADT, is particular to the Cal State. So if you're interested in that, we could set you up with a counseling appointment once you're at Santa Ana College to pursue that option. Also unique to Santa Ana College is the Bachelor of Science option in Occupational Studies. That's very unique. It's also very affordable to get a bachelor's degree there. Some notable programs, much like Golden West and Saddleback and Cypress, we have nursing. We also have criminal justice. We have a criminal justice academy. And we're also very well known for our fire technology academy, our welding program, and our auto tech and diesel programs as well. Next slide. So as far as the University Transfer Center, these are some of the services that we offer. We offer students individualized assistance. We have paraprofessionals that work with our students in advising and preparing them for transfer, again, to the Cal State, to the UC, to the private and out-of-state school. We have specialized counseling, counselors dedicated specifically to transfer. We host college fairs in the fall and in the spring terms. We also have a variety of info sessions and actual application workshops where we assist students with their applications. Some of these workshops consist of helping students with their UC personal insight questions. We have general transfer orientations. We have tag workshops. Tag is particular to the UC system. And then some of the programs that are unique that are housed within the Transfer Center are the Northern Trip. Now the Northern Trip is really cool. We get to take students up to UC Berkeley, to Davis, to Santa Cruz, and to Santa Barbara during a weekend, and they get to check out these campuses. We do this twice a year during the summer and then during January, which we call Intersession at our campus. We also have a program called SSTI, or Summer Scholars Transfer Institute, and this is a program that's unique to Santa Ana College. Students that participate in this program get to go reside at the UCI campus for about 9 to 10 days, and they get to complete a Santa Ana College course. Usually this is a critical thinking course or a basic science course, but they will get credit for that particular class, as well as an additional counseling unit. This is great because if a student is iffy about, do I want to go away to school, or, how does it feel to live away from home? This is a great opportunity, and it's very affordable. I think students that participate in this program pay no more than $50. We also have a transfer mentor program where we pair students up with students that have recently transferred to four-year institutions. Next slide. I mentioned the Transfer Center, also our version of the SAC Promise or the Promise program. We do offer the first year free tuition to any student that has graduated high school here in the state of California. We also have been giving students book vouchers, I think for about $350. We have dedicated counseling for these students as well. The Center for Teacher Ed, so anybody that wants to become a future educator can participate in the center. I know that they have an articulation agreement with Chapman University called CTAG. That is really good stuff. If you're interested in going to Chapman, I think a few of those students were offered full ride scholarships for their second half of their education at Chapman. MESA program, so for students that are interested in majoring in STEM fields, we have a variety of services. Something that's really cool about MESA is that prior to COVID-19, they were taking about 15 to 20 students up to the University of Alaska Fairbanks during the summer to conduct research trips. So that's pretty cool. We also have Puente and ULink. Now, this is a very cool program for students that are interested in a guaranteed admission to UCI. ULink wants students at a 3.2 GPA. There are some restrictions as far as majors is concerned, but for the most part, a 3.2 GPA, you get into UCI. And then we have the honors transfer program as well, if you're interested in campuses like UC San Diego, UCLA, or UC Berkeley. Next slide. Also, some notable programs. We have the Undocu Scholars Program for students that come from undocumented backgrounds. A dedicated counseling. They offer a variety of workshops and different support and resources. The Umoja Scholars Program, again, more of that personalized counseling, but you also get some mentorship with some really cool professors on campus. We have the Asian Pacific and Student Program. This is also pretty new. They're working with students. They're giving them book vouchers, dedicated counseling, specialized services, and things of that nature. Next slide. All right, that's it for me. Thank you. If you have any questions, I think you're going to get my contact info.
Thank you, Leo. And now, last but definitely not least, we have Griselda, who will be representing Santiago Canyon College.
All right, hello everyone. Jennifer, I actually have a quick video that I would like to share. I just sent it to the panelists. If you can go ahead and help me out by pulling it up.
Sure thing. Let me just reshare my screen here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And this video showcases current and past students that we've had. It's really quick, really short and sweet, just showcasing kind of like the student perspective.
During these difficult times, SCC has been awesome with the transition of online learning. They have provided many resources that have been easily accessible. I really liked how they provided Wi-Fi and computers to students who do not have that access like others. Also, not to mention, my professors were very understanding with how hard the transition was for us students.
Hi everyone, I love SCC because of the staff members. Everyone is so nice, everyone is looking forward to your educational development. As far as I know, the friendships that I construct in SCC, they're amazing and they're still my friends. I love SCC because we are a family.
What I miss the most about being at SCC in person is seeing and communicating with people. I miss the environment filled with staff and friends who greet you every day. I miss visiting the bookstore to grab a snack, the library to hang out and study, the food trucks that come in just to grab a bite, or just walking to and from class. But what I miss especially the most is going into the first year support center to see friends and students all hanging out, taking a break, relaxing, or studying.
All right, I told you it's just very quick and short. That's something that we all truly miss about being in person. And I know we're going to continue kind of talking about, you know, what we're doing as of now in terms of services. But I really want to highlight some really great programs. And once again, I'm Griselda Morones. I'm a high school community outreach specialist at Santiago Canyon College. We're located in the city of Orange. We're actually the sister college of Santa Ana College. And really briefly, I want to highlight our early welcome program, which is offering our students 2 years of priority registration. We're the only community college in the OC to offer 2 years of priority registration. And if you don't know what that is, and you've probably been hearing about it a lot, priority registration is when you get to register for classes before everyone else does. It's the idea that we're trying to make sure that we're eliminating that stigma that a lot of individuals might have about community college and the idea that you get stuck there, which is not the case. All community colleges, like my colleagues have all mentioned, will get you to your path, whether that is to transfer. But what we all really differ in is in our programs in terms of our certificate programs. But I will be sharing our catalog at the end of this presentation, as well as an interest form. So once you review that catalog and you're like, hey, I'm really interested in learning more about this, please do that interest form so we can follow up with you. So to go on with our early welcome program, so this is specifically for our graduating high school seniors. So the first step that you must do to be a part of our program is just submitting a fall 2021 college application. And you can do so by just going to our website at secollege.edu. All applications should have been open since October 1st, and all community college applications are free. So you're not paying the UC, all the UC campuses that you paid for last year, as well as the Cal State. So you're still on time to even submit your applications now for fall of 2021. Now, in order to get the first year of priority registration, you must attend an orientation and register for classes. What's really great about our campus is that we also kind of have that small campus private school feel, in that we are able to kind of walk with our students through the whole process of early welcome, where we're kind of providing that holding your hand through the process of the matriculation, meaning that we are walking you through, okay, this is how you apply, and this is how you're going to attend your orientation and actually meet with a counselor one-on-one and register for your classes for the fall. And you get to do this between April and May of every year. So if you're currently a high school senior, between April and May 2021, you get to meet with a counselor to determine your educational plan for this fall. And then you register for your classes, and that is essentially your first year of priority registration. You actually get to see a counselor one-on-one for 30 minutes via online to register for your classes, so you're not alone through the process, because we really try to kind of cultivate a culture of care on our campus. And then in order to get 2 years of priority registration, that is where we tie in our Summer Advantage Academy program. Think about this program as a summer bridge program, where we're kind of a week before school starts, we're preparing all students. Oh, you can go to the previous slide real quick. We're preparing students just to make sure that they are making college a big success. And that is where students just attend one day and they earn a second year priority registration. So how long should it normally take individuals to graduate from a community college? Around 2 years, right? So we're really trying to guarantee that. Now go ahead, now the second slide. And now let me really highlight our version of the Promise Scholarship. So every community college is going to have their own Promise Scholarship and their own requirements, as well as their guidelines in order for you to get the free tuition, correct? So I'm going to specify specifically for Santiago Canyon College. So SEC offers 2 Promise Scholarships that are not based on family income. So students that are not eligible for financial aid are eligible to receive a $1,400 scholarship, which means it's $700 each semester. And then students that are eligible for financial aid, meaning that when they submitted their FAFSA or their California Dream Act, financial aid told them, yes, you're eligible, then they will receive a $400 scholarship to pay for any books or any other things that they might need for school, additional to their financial aid. And eligibility requirements is that they must be a California resident, must participate in early welcome program, which is the program that I highlighted earlier, which gives you the 2 years of priority registration. Hopefully you remember, and then complete a financial aid application. So whether that is a FAFSA or a California Dream Act. So this Promise Scholarship is also open to our dreamers who meet the AB 540 criteria. And if you would like more questions or concerns over that, please, at the end, my information will be sent out to all of you in order for me to kind of answer more questions. Next slide. And then just to continue highlighting our Summer Advantage Academy program, I mentioned earlier, this is how you receive your second year priority registration, and that it's a 1-day session. So it is going to be online this year. Typically, when we're back in person, how it looks like is that what students will attend a 1-day session. It would just be from 9 to 1, but in this case, it'll be about an hour online. But this is your chance to actually talk to your professors, get to know who they are, get to know what their expectations are in the classroom, get to know about all the programs and services, because I can talk all day and night about all the programs and services that we have, but I know life happens. Right now, your goal is to focus on graduating. So we really try to really like put in your brain, like, these are the programs and services that we have. Please take advantage of these so that you're prepared on your first day of school at college, essentially, because we don't want you to be that awkward freshman, right? Like trying to look to see where they are, because I have a really funny story really quick that was shared to me from one of my old colleagues who retired. He used to say that his favorite day was the first day of school to see all the freshmen because he can know who they are. He had one student go up to him and say, "Hey, where is this class?" And he told him, "Oh, sorry, but you actually have to go back on Chapman, get on the 55, get on the 22, and then get off so you can get to Santa Ana College, because actually that class is at SAC." So we're our sister colleges, so we try to really make sure that you're able to read your schedule to make sure you're on the right campus. But that's essentially what Summer Advantage does. We really try to make sure our students are prepared, because we love you. We would love for you to stay at school forever, but unfortunately we have to make room for other students. So we really want to guarantee that you're out within 2 years. And then last but not least, we are highly rated community college. We're actually, SEC is ranked among the top 1% of community colleges in the US. And we really, really pride ourselves in that. And if you like to stay social, we do have an Instagram. Please visit us at Outreach for SEC and follow us. We always have great updates and giveaways happening. So please take a picture of this, a screenshot, but I know this information will be provided to you at the end. Thank you so much. I am
Wonderful.
done.
Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. I know it's so hard to, recap everything that your campus has to offer, but I do want to say thank you all to the reps. You all did an amazing job really trying to highlight everything in under 10 minutes. So thank you for that. Now at this time, I'm just going to highlight very quickly some of the upcoming events that we have for our district. Our Futureology events are linked here if you are interested. We have our last 21st Century Skills Series webinar happening next month. And it's going to be focusing on adaptability, something that you all are getting a lot of practice with now due to the ongoing pandemic. But I do hope you join us to learn some skills. We have a College List Jumpstart to help you kickstart your college list if you need support with that. We also have our finale for the career series. So you think you want to work in hospitality, that will be coming up as well. And for any student that's needing to get a practice test score in for SAT, ACT, we are offering free online practice tests, so you can take advantage of that. And then next month as well, we will be hosting a UC Cal State admissions update. Things are constantly changing week by week. So if you are interested in knowing, what's happening with that, we will have a representative from the UC system and then one from Cal State as well. And then lastly, one of my favorite events, we're going to be having our professional mock interviews that are going to be taking place. So anyone interested in, preparing for a summer job, you can definitely join us for that, or preparing for college interviews, you can. For those of you that have your phone handy, our QR code takes you directly to our website. But as I mentioned, all this will be emailed to you as well. Hopefully we can see you at our future events. And now what everyone's been waiting for, right? Aside from hearing from the wonderful reps, these are the resources that you will be having access to. As you can see here, once you hover over them, you'll be able to see what's available. Majority of the reps sent over some handouts that you all will be able to access in a Google folder. So that will be available to you all as well. Good job. You've made it. We're at the end of this presentation. And if you wouldn't mind, I would like to kindly ask you to please fill out our feedback survey by scanning this QR code. For those of you not familiar with this, if you go to your camera on your on your iPhone, you can hover over the QR code and it'll take you directly to our Google form. So I'm going to leave this up for a minute or two, but in the meantime, I would like to invite you to please ask away any questions you may have for our reps while we have some time remaining. I know we went a little bit over, but please go ahead and feel free to use the chat or the Q&A options. And thank you to the reps that have offered some great helpful links in the chat already. I definitely encourage students to utilize those, open up a different tab, keep those open so you can browse through that as well. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, great. Thank you for sharing. More wonderful links in the chat. I do see a question coming in. It says, if I take AP classes and pass the test in high school, can that be credits for community college? Would any of the reps like to tackle this one?
I think just in short, yes. However, you'll want to speak with a professional counselor to see what credit you may be earning. So the short answer is yes, that test will qualify for some sort of credit. However, how that credit is allocated, meaning if it's going towards GE or anything along those lines, transferability, whatever, that is subject for you to speak with a counselor.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And then when it comes to 4 years, again, it varies by 4 year and the score that you get on that test. We have another question that was just asked. Is Saddleback the only campus that offers study abroad?
No, I'm pretty sure there's most of us who offer study abroad. It's just for this summer, at least for Orange Coast College, we're not having students go study abroad just because of all the regulations with COVID. But we hope that 2022, we're able to continue the study abroad to various, usually with us, it's a lot of Europe, a lot of European countries that our students get to go study abroad to.
Okay, thank you for that. We have another question coming in. If I transfer from community college to a UC, do I go in as a junior or as a freshman? So typically you spend 2 years at a community college and you transfer as a junior. When you meet that credit of, I believe, 60 units, you are designated as a junior at the university. Great question.
I think a small caveat, Jen, also is it's 60 transferable units, meaning that, again, you always want to make sure you speak with the counselor to make sure that the units you're accumulating do qualify as transferable units. Some pre-baccalaureate or preparatory level classes or even certificate program classes might not qualify for transferable credit. So again, just because you're racking up the units doesn't necessarily mean they're going to add up to that 60, but yeah, you're mostly correct, yeah.
Thank you, Ben. Very important. And what he just mentioned, that really highlights the importance of making sure that you're meeting with someone at the community college that you attend, making sure that you communicate with the counselor that, what your long-term goals are so that they put you on the right track and you are making sure that you're taking the right classes. So yes, very important to advocate for yourself.
I'd like to add as the counselor here, wherever you go, just make sure you meet with the counselor every semester to update that education plan. It's not something that's set in stone. Life happens as we've all are experiencing this pandemic. So things can shift and move. Just make it a thing to check in with the counselor every term to update that plan.
Definitely. Thank you. Words of wisdom. We have another question here. It says, do you have to go to community college for 2 entire years and or can you transfer early? from what I know, and reps, you can definitely correct me here, you can go to community college and transfer in 2 years. However, there are some schools where you can transfer with less units. And Rania, you can help me with this too. I know that there's a school, I can't remember which one in Colorado or Oregon, where you can transfer with like 21 or 28 units. But that's definitely an option. It really depends on what your long-term goals are. That's why we really want to encourage you to make sure you're communicating with your counselor at whatever community college you attend, and being active in the transfer center so you're on the right track. Alrighty. Oh, okay, one more question. What supports do your colleges have for students with special education challenges? That's a really great question.
I can speak for Saddleback College. First, though, the contact information you see on the screen for me, for Rania Mesri, that's incorrect. So I put it twice in the chat, just so you worry.
Sorry about that, Rania. I'll fix that before I email it out, I promise.
So don't even worry, it's in the chat. It's in the chat. So for Saddleback colleges, other community colleges have it as well. But we have the disabled students programs and services, and that is where students who maybe have an IEP, maybe they have working with a doctor, maybe they broke their wrist while they're on campus, so many possibilities. You can meet with a counselor, you can figure out what your needs are on campus, and then accommodations will be made. And then if you're in that program, and then you have a lot of really wonderful benefits, such as one-on-one counseling. So you would not have to go to the general counseling office. You would then go to just that DSPS office, priority registration. Sometimes there's book vouchers. So there is a lot of information. And this is across the board with the community colleges here. So there's services for students with disabilities at the community colleges across the board.
Great, thank you. Does anyone have any other questions? Okay, good question, Chris. They're asking, do I speak to the same counselor during my 2 years or whichever counselor is available?
Essentially, I can speak to this because I was also a product of community college. So I was the student that thought they could do everything on their own. And unfortunately, that led to me staying an extra semester at Santiago Canyon College. But once I did, I finally just kind of followed where my other friends were doing, and I decided, okay, yes, I need help. So I went to talk to a counselor, and that counselor was incredibly helpful. Essentially, the first experience that I had with one of the counselors wasn't really great. That was how I started in, but then what kind of, I don't want to go back, but what's great about community college that if a kid doesn't work with one counselor, you can see another one. And when I met that second counselor, that was my go-to. Like, she was amazing, and I would go to her every single time I needed help, and she was the one that got me back on track to make sure that I was graduating on time and that I was transferring out on time. So that's the beauty about community college, is that you can build that relationship with the counselor that you really build a good connection with. But everybody's human. Sometimes with conflict and resolution, sometimes it won't work out, but it's okay. That's where your chance to advocate for yourself and then talk to someone else if you have to.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else.
Yeah, and I think along those lines, it's advocating for yourself. Like Griselda said, you have to be more proactive than in high school or in intermediate school. Nobody's going to call you out of class. Nobody's going to call home and say, hey, you need to meet with the counselor. You need to be proactive about this. Again, commit to this. As soon as you've identified a major, and if there are support programs already in place, make sure you touch base with those programs. So if it's something like in welding or an auto tech, like at our school, make sure you meet with the CTE counselor. If your goal is to transfer out, we have the transfer center and related programs. So, just be proactive about all this stuff.
Yeah, and if you do go into programs like EOPS, Puente, TOP, Most of these programs have their own counselors. DSPS, you guys were mentioning, for students who have a disability. There are specific counselors that are going to work with you. And if you're part of those programs, they make you talk to them to continue in that program. Okay, so that's something, if you need that, then hopefully you join one of these support programs so that they can continue helping you throughout the whole college process. But yes, there's general counselors and then there's counselors that are specific to certain programs. So the help is there, but you just have to ask for the help as well.
Yes, and with our Charger experience at Cypress, we do have counselors. So you'll have two. If you come to Cypress, you'll have your major and then you'll have a Charger experience counselor, and you're required to meet with a counselor every semester. So like all counselors throughout any of the colleges that attended and presented today, if something's happening personally, please let us know, because we have connections and resources within the community and within our campuses, so we can make sure you get to where you need to be.
Yeah, and as a special program, I can actually chime in as well, since I actually represent a STEM Academy program. I can say that our program actually thrives in teaching that. So we thrive in a thing called learning culture, where we teach you how to be proactive. We teach you how to write out your outlines. We teach you how to communicate with professors. In addition to that, we also have exclusive counselors. So we know that STEM can be a little bit difficult. We understand that there are different courses out there for our STEM students. So we're actually here to help you, similar to EOPS, similar to DSPS. And we're also connected with those programs as well. So, you know, we believe in going above and beyond with all of our students. And some of that has to do with teaching the basics, such as how to talk to a professor, how to apply to research, and how to be able to work the college system, right? Especially if you're a first generation student, that's something we need to teach. And here at STEM Academy, that's exactly what we teach, is we teach you how to work the system and succeed in college.
Great. Thank you all for responding to that. So our time is up, but we do have a last minute question. Griselda, would you mind answering it live for everyone? I know you were typing an answer.
So essentially the question is about dual enrollment and which class size is limited. Is it easy for a high school student to get registered considering a later priority? So this is a little tricky. It all depends on when the catalog and you know, in terms of when the classes are available, but priority essentially is given to current students, but it is not hard for a high school student to apply and to see if they can get into the class. But at this point, just make sure that your application is in, that you're turning all the required documents on time so that you at least get your seat reserved. And that document is basically the permission form that, you know, it gives you the okay from your counselor, as well as, you know, the admissions that you are okay to take that course.
Okay, thank you. Alrighty, so that pretty much concludes our event tonight. I would like to say thank you once again for everyone joining us tonight, and thank you for the reps. We are all very busy during this these trying times we're living in. Every week seems to be something new, but we're definitely here to support you all, students, high school and at the community college level. As you can see, you have a plethora of resources available to you. So I'm going to go ahead and say thank you one more time for joining us. Feel free to copy down any of the chat links that you're interested in before we close out tonight in a separate tab. Just as a reminder, I will be sending out this PowerPoint tonight along with handouts from the different colleges in an email, and I will include their contact information. So thank you once again for everyone joining us. Have a great night.